Hello friends. Today we are going to discuss about assessment and how to improve emotional intelligence. I am Dr. Suresh Badadmat, Professor of Psychiatry, working at National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, Bangalore. In this video, I'll be discussing about how to do the assessment of emotional intelligence, how to improve emotional intelligence, and what is the role of parents in improving emotional intelligence in children. Let's define what is emotional intelligence. It is the capacity for recognizing our own feelings and those of others, for motivating ourselves, and for managing emotions well in ourselves and others. This is the definition given by Daniel Goleman. In simple, straightforward definition, emotional intelligence is ability to identify, assess, and control the emotions of oneself, others, and in groups. Emotional intelligence is the key to both personal and professional success. Typically, the more intense your emotions are, the greater the likelihood they will dictate your actions. That means your behavior will be erratic, highly emotional, outburst, and that kinds of behavior is called as emotional dysregulation, leading to various erratic behavior. Invariably, hence, emotion is considered as you can divide the word E and motion. E means energy motion. Emotion is like a strong wind. One need to know how to control this wind, harness and utilize this energy for the growth of the human being. Hence, you need to understand and learn how to deal with your own emotion and others. Now let's understand what are the components of emotional intelligence. There are five. First one is self awareness, empathy, social skills, self regulation, and motivation. If you look at this matrix, you can see self, social, that is other people, recognizing, and regulating. With regard to self, that is self awareness. With regard to self awareness of emotion, leading to accurately assessing your own emotion and knowing that how to deal with your emotion gives the self confidence. Regulating your own emotion is the self management, that is self control, trustworthiness, consciousness, adaptability, achievement, drive to succeed, and initiative. With regard to social, that is understanding others' emotion, that is empathy, service orientation, organizational awareness. Managing others' emotion is becoming leader, inspiring others, influencing others, building bond, teamwork, and collaboration. So, this is emotional intelligence, my dear friends. Further to understand, understanding your own emotion is self empathy, understanding others' emotions is empathy, managing your own emotions, managing others' emotions, with altogether using this emotion as an energy, motivating yourself and others to get the best out of everyone. Now, the question is why emotional intelligence is so important. 90% of the top performers have high emotional intelligence. EQ is responsible for 58% of your job performance. And if you look at people with high emotional quotient make $29,000 annually more than the people who have low EQ. Invariably, intelligent quotient helps you to get hired, but emotional quotient helps you to get promoted, being in the job, gaining leadership roles, and being satisfied in life. Now let's look at the assessment of emotional intelligence. There are various scales available in the market. Most of them are copyrighted. Invariably, emotional assessment with regard to from emotional quotient, there are few articles in the public domain. These are the articles which the tools which have been used in various research. First one is emotional intelligence appraisal, Mayer Salve's emotional intelligence test, emotional quotient inventory, 6 second emotional intelligence assessment, Genius emotional intelligence 360, Boron emotional quotient inventory, Hay Group emotional and social competency inventory, Talent Smart emotional intelligence test, emotional intelligence questionnaire, the quick emotional intelligence self assessment. If you look at this, all of these emotional intelligence assessment scales, it is very difficult to assess these skills. Invariably, by pen and paper, you are again assessing their cognitive ability, how well they comprehend and answer these questions. It is the feedback from the people around them, family members, colleagues, relatives, about the emotional skills of a person will give you a 360-degree assessment of emotional quotient. Doing this pen paper test may not give you the complete competency of the skills with regard to emotional quotient. Now, the question is how to improve this emotional intelligence. First one is Squad A. That means you need to become aware of your own emotions, that is, identifying, acknowledging these emotions, accepting these emotions by being non judgmental, appreciating that I do have these emotions. Please remember, there is no such thing good emotions and bad emotions. All emotions are our own. How we choose to respond will lead to a good response or a bad response to an emotion. Why is it so important? Emotion is a spectrum. Positive emotions to negative emotions. These emotions need to be felt. Then only you feel rich in your life. That means, my dear friends, you need to accept all emotions, whether it is sadness, happiness, whether it is anger or being calm. All these is part of richness of our life. Hence, you need to acknowledge, appreciate it, and accept these emotions. Let me give you one example. One of your loved one ditched you or ghosted you or rejected. Since they are rejected, you may feel array of emotions. You may feel anger, you may feel sad, you may feel frustrated. These are your own emotions. Hence, separate this emotion from this person. Respect your own emotion. These emotions are your own. May not that person may deserve these emotions. Separate the emotion from that person will allow you to let go that person. Appreciate and respect that you felt this emotion and send this person away from your life. That's where how you learn how to deal with your emotions. Hence, do not run away from your negative emotions. Feel proud that you have all your emotions. You are able to feel them. You had this emotion towards Mr. X or Mr. Y. Acknowledge them. Respect them. Take it easy that you felt this way. Permit to feel those emotions. Do not stop these emotions. Because emotions is there, then only your life is rich. You are not a robo without any emotions. But remember, do not react to an emotions. You need to respond to the emotions. Hence, watch your behavior whenever your emotions are too high. Whenever you are sad, your thoughts may be negative. At the same time, whenever you are happy, thoughts may be positive and you may promise something which you cannot deliver. If you look at the emotional roller coaster, Whenever the bad things happen, suppose somebody is death, invariably you will have a shock and numbness. You may deny the death of that person. You may become frustrated. You may feel anger, dejected, and then you will feel depressed. Then the bargaining starts. And finally, accepting your own emotions will make you healthy. Hence, my dear friends, whenever you get negative emotions, accept them, become aware of them, acknowledge them, respect them. And we need to predict and practice emotion. What does it mean? Whenever you are going to a situation where there will be emotional turmoil, for example, if you are going to meet your boss and your boss is going to be an unpleasant person, he may shout at you, he may provoke huge amount of negative emotions in you. In that situation, predict and practice to be calm. How to practice? You prepare yourself telling that, yes, if I go there, by looking at his face, I may become anger, I may become sad, I may become frustrated. These are my own emotions. This person doesn't deserve these emotions. Experience these emotions. Do not allow these emotions to dictate you. At the same time, name these emotions, accept these emotions, and allow these emotions to pass away. And at the same time, do not react to these emotions. Learn to respond to these emotions. Place you in control of the situation. Now comes the managing emotions. How to manage your emotions is a big question. Whenever you feel there is a heightened emotion is there, you need to pause. You need to think what I am feeling. Becoming aware of your own emotions. Analyzing your own emotions. Why these emotions came here? Should I react or should I respond? That means whenever there is a stimuli, don't react immediately. Pause. Think. Then respond to this emotion and to the situation. That means, please remember, thoughts, emotions, behavior, and symptoms are all interrelated. Hence, you need to learn to control your emotions through thoughts, through your behavior, and various symptoms. Hence, you need to start journaling these emotions. That is called thought diary or emotional diary. In simple word, you can start 5-column charting of emotions by journaling them. Suppose if your boss yelled at you, that is an event. The emotions, you became angry and sad. Now, the whole thing is interpretation of the event. That is, I'm useless. I'm not good for anything. The boss doesn't like me. Nobody likes me. Will lead to angry or sadness emotion. That is, how do you interpret this stimuli plays a role. Here, imagine if you interpret the boss is yelling at everyone, it doesn't matter. What does he value, me or anybody? So, please remember, whenever there is heightened emotion, it leads to a royal road for what is the cognition behind that. That's what Aaron Beck said. Hence, whenever you are heightened emotions, you need to journal them and find those thoughts and why those thoughts are provoking further emotions. Hence, this 5-column chart, that is time, what is the event, what are the sensation you felt, rate your feelings or emotions, what are the thoughts and what are the behavior. For example, at 7 a.m., you met your boss and he yelled at you. You may felt headache, palpitation, angry, and you felt hitting him. You had a negative feeling of emotions of -10 of sadness. The thoughts, he doesn't like me. And your behavior may be shouting at him. This is the time, whenever there is a stimuli, you need to stop. You need to pause yourself. Start journaling your emotions without reacting to it. By journaling, you are improving your vocabulary of emotions. You have time to think, reflect your thoughts and emotions, and respond appropriately. That is where the managing emotions come into picture. Here, you need to accept your feelings without any judgmental. Be aware of your own thoughts and feelings. Accept your emotions. Let go the judgment. Normalize your emotions. Don't feel I should not feel sad. No, you are supposed to feel sad. You are a human being. Practice self compassion. Give permission to feel that way. You need to learn to develop breathing exercise, observing your breath, meditation, own responsibility for your own emotions because these are your own emotions. Give time whenever you have heightened negative emotions. Celebrate positive emotions. It is a lifetime process of feeling these emotions and learning to deal both positive and negative emotion makes you highly emotional quotient person. It is your choice to react or respond to an emotion. If you allow people to play with your emotion, you will react to them and they will play with you, and your emotions are controlled by them. Hence, learn to deal your own emotion, learn to respond, not to react. Avoid showing personal emotion to everyone. Choose your friends and loved ones. There only you need to show your emotions. You do not need to show all your emotions to the unknown people or people who are going to be jealous with you. You need to practice empathy. Be interested in people. Give time to understand people. Practice active listening so that you can understand their thoughts and emotions. Learn to read their body language. Be aware of your own body language and try to help them. You need to reflect, reframe, paraphrase, summarize their thoughts and emotion. Communication skills is very important for empathy skills. Truly feel and try to help them. That is very compassion. Prepare to embrace the bouquet of emotions, and many a time emotions may be contagious. Learn to deal sadness of other people and learn to help everyone. Then the motivation. Emotion play a significant role in survival. That is, during evolution, emotions played a crucial role. If a predator attacks you, you will need to learn how to utilize fear, flight, to escape or fight with the predator. Because of love and romantic emotions, survival of the species by reproduction, bonding helps to be in a society together to fight the predator. So, hence you can deal with your enemies and also the environment. Emotions is nothing but energy of motion. So that means it will set off your actions and behavior. Hence, you need to control these emotions. Emotions can drive behavior and decision making. Use emotions to motivate yourself and others. Learn to channelize your emotions to build better things in the society. Be ready to move away from your comfort zone to learn how to deal with the emotions. Please learn to have personal goals. It can be short term and long term. Have a realistic goal. Whenever you feel difficulty, seek for guidance, seek for help from colleagues, friends, and other people. Don't be afraid of failure and criticism. If there is a failure and criticism, invariably you will get these emotions. Since these are all your emotions, learn to accept them, acknowledge them, and appreciate it. You need to connect with everyone, connect with your goal, connect with your what you do, so that you will be passionate in what you do. Use positive reinforcement whenever you do achieve something. Appeal to the intrinsic motivation in yourself and learn to refocus your vision on daily basis and learn to work towards the larger goal of your society. The people with high intelligence of emotions, they are usually motivated by personal meaning, that is internal motivation. They feels respected, they have high self-esteem, they are to open to criticism and they accept them. People with low intelligence are motivated by external events and rewards. They feel disrespected, they have poor self esteem, they are defensive, and they are inadequate. If you look at the motivation skills, in the last column, You need to be positive in thinking, in positive self talk. Daily vision refocusing is very essential. Focusing on the next best step to achieve the goal, self appreciation, and optimism plays a crucial role. Now, the important is interrelationship. Interrelationship skills are defined as the ability to communicate or interact with another person. Interpersonal skills are those essential skills involved in dealing with and relating to others, people, mainly on one to one basis. Interpersonal skills are sometimes referred as social skills, people skills, emotional skills, life skills, and soft skills. The range of interpersonal skills are verbal communication, non-verbal communication, negotiation, persuasion, influence, critical thinking, problem solving, decision making, assertiveness, and teamwork. This is what is the bouquet of skills is interpersonal skills. And they also has wide range of skills: active listening, teamwork, responsibility, dependency, leadership, motivation, flexibility, patience, empathy. Further, conflict resolution, mediation skills, decision making, problem identification, solving, group process, negotiation, persuasion skills, and emotional intelligence. So, my dear friends, interpersonal skills is all of this. And you need to develop these interpersonal skills to be happy in life, since human is a social animal. Hence, whenever you have interpersonal skills to be developed, you need to maintain eye contact, learn active listening, give time to people, non-verbal skills, empathy, leverage recording technology to know how do you interact with people, verbal skills, negotiation skills, and learn to practice these skills. Now, how to develop this emotional quotient in children? Parents play an important role in development of emotional intelligence in children. Hence, the parents need to become emotional education or emotional literacy to be given to them. They need to be educated with regard to emotions, and they need to learn how to identify and teach to their children. Parents teach emotions through identifying, labeling them, dealing these emotions, delaying gratification. Hence, parents are the first teacher with regard to emotional management. So, you need to teach the children with regard to various emojis by naming them, labeling them, so that children develop emotional vocabulary. If a person or a parent is angry toward the children, the parent need to tell their children, I am getting angry. So by labeling them, you are improving the vocabulary of emotions. At the same time, you are communicating your emotions by telling that I am angry, so that the children learn when my dad is angry, that means I need to behave properly. And identifying and labeling them and dealing those emotions of others plays a crucial role. That is the reason the parents need to use I statement with regard to emotions. I am angry, I am sad, I am happy, I am joy. Those kinds of emotions, if you are able to depict and communicate with your children, they also will learn how to communicate those emotions. And one need to accept all emotions. If your child is crying, allow them to cry. Tell them it is healthy to cry. Don't tell them stop crying, because even the sadness and crying is an emotion which need to be felt. Then only you will be able to enjoy the happiness. Not avoiding any emotion is an important skill. And you need to teach this concept of temporariness. That means all these emotions remain for a very temporary period. That means these emotions change constantly. Hence, you need to be non judgmental and non reactive to these emotions. You need to teach them how to respond to the emotions. Again, here you can start teaching the children how to do journaling of emotions. Here you can show how the emotions smiley or emojis are placed on this figure and tick whether the child is joy, sad, anger, what is the event, and when is the timeout, what is the cause, and alternative thinking can be brought in so that the child learns from the beginning. Parents also teach how to handle these emotions by normalizing and validating them. You need to tell your children there is nothing called as good emotions or bad emotions. You need to have only happy emotions. No, we also will get sad emotions. So learn to deal both happiness and sadness. This is how we respond, plays a crucial role. Help the child to identify their emotions, empathize with their own emotions, identify emotions in others, empathize their emotions, differentiate and analyze these emotions. Parents also a huge responsibility to teach how culturally appropriate to respond to these emotions. In a social situation, how to cry, how to laugh, how to show anger, grief, need to be taught to your children. At the same time, teaching children how to manage their emotions effectively, such as deep breathing exercise, mindfulness activities, not to need to be inculcated from the childhood. Parental play an important role by role modeling. Hence, sometimes you also have to do role play to deal these emotions. Finally, social skills is another important skill which need to be taught to improve emotional intelligence. Communication skills by storytelling, incorporating emotional vocabulary, dealing with emotions, teaching children by storytelling, and also mimicking. And also, you need to give a safe and secure environment to children to express their emotions. Do not stop their emotions. Encourage social interaction and bargaining skills. Encourage children to interact with everyone. Allow them to play games, sports, extracurricular activities. This is the time when they will experience the spectrum of emotions. During the time, they learn to acknowledge them, accept them, and appreciate them. Teach them listening skills, teach conversation skills, appropriate language, tone, tempo, and volume is essential. Compliment them very often for their good behavior and also communicating emotions. And also teach them how to interpret nonverbal skills, encouraging questions, giving time to children with regard to emotions. As a parent, we do toilet training, we do training in bathing, also how to wear good clothes, how to dress yourself, but we do not teach how to dress our emotions on our face as a body, as a language. Hence, you need to spend time teaching your children how to have a good emotional makeup, show interest, and encourage them to develop occasional vocabulary of emotions, expressing emotions, and dealing with emotions. To conclude, my dear friends, emotional quotient is nothing but self awareness, managing your emotions, understanding others' emotions, motivating yourself and others, changing with the stress, learning to problem solving, decision making, dealing with stress, and learning communications plays a crucial role in developing emotional intelligence and emotional quotient. To conclude, emotional intelligence is nothing but managing my own emotions, dealing my own emotions, managing others' emotions, and also dealing others' emotions. And this has to be done mindfully so that you have a good quality of life, happy and successful life. These are the references for this video. Thank you very much for giving your valuable time. Stay safe.